while you are working as an intern, you work there for like maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months, maximum 4-5 months, right? And then you go back to your college life and forget about all the stress that you had as an intern. Now, when you're working as an associate, you have to do that for your entire life, possibly, right? And which is why many people burn out later and they tend to leave law firms. Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be discussing that what is the difference in the role of an intern and how is it different from working as an associate in a law firm. Now with that said, you need to keep that in mind that while you are working as an intern, you work there for like maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months, maximum 4-5 months, right? And then you go back to your college life and forget about all the stress that you had as an intern. Now when you're working as an associate, you have to do that for your entire life, possibly, right? And which is why many people burn out later and they tend to leave law firms. So what I'm trying to say is that your internship doesn't exactly give you the real the stress level or say the heaviness of the job that comes along when you become an associate. So don't base your decisions about your lifestyle just because you've done like a 1 month or a 2 month internship, which is why I always say that doing long-term internships gives you greater perspective into the work also and the lifestyle of being an associate at a law firm as well, right? So with that backdrop, I've curated like a few differences that I've felt while I was working as an intern at various law firms in the country and while I worked at 2 of the leading law firms as an associate. So the first thing is that as an intern, you don't get to interact with clients mostly directly. You interact, even if there's interaction, you interact through say a senior associate or say through a partner. You are never exposed to any client as an intern. However, when you are an associate, you are mostly a part of all the client meetings that happen, and which is why you get direct exposure to the client. You also get to talk to them, you get to negotiate with them, etc., right? So the first thing is about exposure to clients. The next thing is about emails. This is also linked to the first point itself, that you are only allowed to send internal emails as an intern, like say maybe an email to the partner, maybe an email to say the senior associate, principal associate, to some other intern, etc., right? And never to anybody outside the firm. However, when you are an associate, you sometimes get a responsibility of even sending independent emails to the clients, updating them about the case status, updating them about the transaction status, or any other thing that you might have to convey to the client. Sometimes it's about the documents that you want from them. Sometimes it's about the review that you've done of certain things and you would need some more information on that particular transaction or the deal that is going on, right? So the email writing part becomes extremely important. So which is why it is said that you need to develop your skill of drafting correct and right emails at a very younger stage while you are still in law school, so that it helps you when you become an associate and your emails are perfect and there's no liability that you're taking on yourself as an associate or as a part of a particular law firm because of a wrongly drafted email, right? So this is the second point that I would like to point out. The third thing is the nature of work that you get to do. Like say for instance, when you are an intern, most of the times you would get to do work that is around research, around proofreading the documents, profiling the documents, or you will give assistance in the ongoing due diligence transactions, or you will give assistance in some of the proceedings that are going on in the courts, right? However, as an associate on the other hand, you get to do a lot of things first hand yourself, wherein the stakes are a little higher. Like say you would get first shots at drafting some of the petitions, some of the contracts, some of the agreements, some other legal documents. You also get to work on a lot of legal opinions, wherein say you put down an opinion for a client and that opinion goes to the partner, gets vetted by the partner, and then ultimately goes to the client as it is. Sometimes you are allowed to even draft a few chapters of the ongoing due diligence report, like the ongoing due diligence, and some chapters of the DD report you are allowed to draft as an associate. Then say if you're a part of some dispute resolution teams, some law firms also give you a chance to go and argue some matters in the courts. If not argue, at least represent the clients at some very initial stages of the case in the courts, right? So majorly what I'm trying to say is that the seriousness of the task increases, when you become an associate versus when you were an intern. And the last thing is of course about the systems that are set up by law firms. Like say for an intern, majorly you will get possibly an email ID that is that's for you, or say you will get an extension where you will be sitting, wherein associates and other people in the team can contact you directly, right? However, on the other hand, of course, you have to fill your worksheets right after your internship gets over. However, as an associate, of course, there is a full system set up wherein say you get your own space, you get your own working space, you get your own, personal designated extension number, you get your own email ID. Then you need to fill not worksheets but timesheets, wherein say in the worksheet you mostly fill what work was given to you and who gave you that work. However, in a timesheet you also fill the number of hours that you devoted on a particular work. This is because this is used to calculate the billable hours for a client at a later stage. And of course, there are some very general differences, like say interns are usually just given the first day orientation, and then then they have to do the work that is given to them during an internship. However, an associate at times they are given even orientations and even workshops later while they started working as an associate, and they're supposed to attend those workshops at regular intervals. So, and other things, like say interns are not supposed to most of the time submit any regular periodic publications to the law firms. However, as an associate you are supposed to contribute to the publications that the law firms take out, or even general publications that are circulated within the law firm space, right? So then there are of course a lot of other differences while working as an intern, as an associate. However, the purpose of this video was to apprise you of some major differences that you can see upfront while you work as an intern and while you work as an associate. So with that, we've reached the end of this video, and if you have any doubts, any comments on this, have any feedback, anything to say, you can either put that in the comments, or you can reach out to me on my Instagram, which is Career Solutions by Ashna Jain, where also I give free tips on how to get internships and jobs at law firms and other legal institutions of our country. And if you want any personal mentorship sessions, if you want any help with drafting your resume, cover letter, or anything related to interview preparation or SOP consultation, again you can reach out to me on my Instagram. I'll repeat it for you. It's Career Solutions by Ashna Jain. So I hope I will see you next week again with another video, and if you have any specific video requests, you can again put them down in the comments. So till then, please like, share, comment, subscribe to this video, and I hope I'll see you next week.